Is the reptile industry hobby selling false dreams? Let's talk about it, guys. Hey guys, what's going on? Will here, Flawless Crested Geckos, coming to you guys with another video. And this is going to be a video to hopefully not necessarily set a standard, but to kind of set a mood in a great time where I think is really needed. You guys who've been watching us for a while know that we cut it to you, give it to you straight and dry. If you've just come across our channel, definitely hit that subscribe button. We try very hard to be very educational, informational, and pretty much just give it to you how it needs to be given. We are definitely erring on the side of being positive in everything we do, and this isn't going to be any different, but we're going to give you the cold hard facts on everything. We get a lot of questions on what does it take to be a full-time breeder. I'm working in this field, or I have a career in this field, and I want to throw it all away, or I want to stop and I want to be a full-time crested gecko breeder. Extremely passionate. I love my crested geckos, and again, I say this with no malice in my heart whatsoever. But I think that every enthusiast, hobbyist, and breeder or aspiring breeder need to hear and see videos like this one. So the main question on this video is like, really, I guess, where does the time go? Is a good question to ask yourself. So we're going to reference time. In reference to a business, I think it's extremely good. Don't get me wrong. But where does the time go? Now, you're starting off a business, you done picked up your geckos, whether they're babies, whether they're breeders, whether they're juveniles. Again, where you want to talk to the people who feel like they want to become breeders. What's your motivation behind it? That's the number one question you want to ask yourself. Is it strictly money? There's other ways to make money. The reptile industry as a whole, it can be very lucrative depending on what you're working with. But there's tons of different ways to make money out there in the real world. Is it comfort, security? Okay, ask yourself that. Oh man, my phone's all the way over there. Excuse the the ringtones, but you have to take all those things into consideration. But again, where does the time go? Typically, buying a baby or a bunch of baby geckos or wholesale geckos and growing them out, you're still going to be looking at 2 to 3 years before you can start producing ethically, producing crested geckos. During that time, how did you get to that point? Did you spend all your resources in collecting your collection, feeding your collection, and maintaining your lifestyle to get to the point of now you're ready to breed and produce sellable geckos? Personal opinion, I don't think having that mentality toward it would be successful. I'm sure people are doing it that way. The way we've done it is more so, yes, there's revenue that comes in from breeding crested geckos, absolutely. But the excitement about crested geckos for us is still like day one. We haven't lost like touch with any of it. Like, we're just as excited when babies hatch as we were when we first got started. One of the big things to kind of keep that at a very high level is your passion. So if that's your passion, work the projects you want to work, work the projects that you're interested in, not just the projects that everyone else is interested in or high dollar projects. Things in the industry can change at the snap of a finger. So passion, you're going to want to keep your passion extremely high. It's going to keep you focused and interested in what you're working with. Also, if you don't have the passion for something, you're going to lose, there goes it then, you're going to lose interest and focus that easy, that much more easier. So where does the time go? Here you go. 1 year, 2 year. How much revenue did you bring in? $0, nothing. This is what you would call a business startup. You know, you're getting started, getting off the ground. But what you need to be doing, which we see a lot of people fail at doing it. And again, this is to be a proactive video to get you off your behind and do something about it in the now. They wait and say, I'm going to wait until I'm almost getting ready to have something available to sell, to market and advertise. That's the wrong way to go about it. In this industry, in this hobby, people are extremely visual. They want to see the animals you're working with. They want to see your near and dear crested geckos that you love. Just because you're thinking that, hey, I only have 5 geckos and I love showing these geckos off and people may be getting tired of me showing them off, so I'm going to stop. No.
Hey guys, Flawless Crested Geckos here, Will, Audra, and we're here to tell you about our Patreon.
Yes, going through tough times, you got to know that Flawless is always going to have your back. If you go over to patreon.com/Flawless Crested Geckos, you'll see all the perks and benefits it is there for you to come and support us on our Patreon. $50 a month turns around and goes right back into your Flawless Crested Geckos savings account for you to use towards your next purchase.
Any purchase. We also give awesome benefits such as 5% off the top of the price of the gecko. We give free merchandise, t-shirts, we have stainless steel tables, tools, yes. All kinds of goodies. We also give free shipping to our members all year round, no blackout dates. And, we give awesome tips, or we think we do anyway.
That's right. So go over to patreon.com/Flawless Crested Geckos.
And join our family.
No, you need to be your best cheerleader. You need to be your biggest fan as well as your biggest critic. You have to wear many, many, many hats. And again, this is all consumed in time. Because again, where does the time go? So 1 year, 2 year, 3 years, and you're producing babies. Okay, now that you're producing babies, does that mean, hawk everything that you produce? Absolutely not. What's your goal? Your goal cannot just be to be a crested gecko male and produce a ton of babies just to sell them. Keep your main stock and sell them. Our firm belief here at Flawless is you're going to lose interest fast. You have nothing pushing you forward. We look at our lineage, take pictures of a ton of different geckos, progressions. We look at them every single week, several times a week, hours and hours and hours on end, and we're trying to make the best determination on what is our next holdback, what holdback is going to take us to the next level, what's going to raise our excitement level even higher every single season without fail. The moment we lose interest in crested geckos, it's really no longer a reason for us to continue in this business. Therefore, it keeps us super excited. But again, where does the time go? We're 8 years in, and many may refer to us as being very, very established, and thank you guys. But we have a lot of ground to cover. We always, look at the cup as the glass half empty, versus the glass half full. And we're always looking at areas of where we can improve. Audra's huge on, customer service and, making that connection with all of our customers and possible customers. We answer and make ourselves available to everyone in the industry via videos, our lives we run here on YouTube, Instagram messages, emails. A lot of people have our business phone number. We literally live, eat, and breathe Flawless Crested Geckos, the flawless umbrella. We feel that we have something positive that we can bring to the community as a whole. We feel that we are adding something elite to the industry, and we're trying to hold ourselves to a higher standard as well, continuing to better ourselves year after year after year. And again, as I say, year after year after year, where does the time go? So all these things are things you need to think about when you're getting into the crested gecko industry, hobby, whatever you want to call it. We need to put out these public service announcements to everyone, young and old, who feel like they want to start breeding crested geckos on a high level, just because they love crested geckos. You can love crested geckos and not be a breeder. And that type of advice may steer people away from purchasing animals, in theory, bringing sales to the community overall down. But we feel that this type of communication, this type of videos are needed as an extra layer of checks and balances on the industry and hobby, and on ourselves as breeders. Sometimes, I guess, what's that saying, how it says, all money isn't good money, and I think to a certain extent that's true. It's like selling a crested gecko to someone that you know is underage, or do you know have a history of mistreating animals, or on some type of list with Fish and Wildlife, whatever it may be. If you knowingly are doing these type of transactions, are you doing the industry as a whole bad or good? Probably bad. So all monetary value that you receive from things are not always good. So again, when you watch this video, guys, we want to bring everyone together. We want in the whole industry, but we also want to be smart about things and hopefully influence people, inspire people, and motivate people to become ethical breeders, number one, ethical keepers, responsible keepers, and to at least second guess whether you want to become a breeder or not. Hopefully you do, and hopefully you can have your infrastructure in place, you can have your business plan in place. You're not breeding just to breed. You are your primary number one customer as a whole, and following a lot of the videos that's out there by other breeders as well as ourselves, you can stumble upon some true success in the crested gecko game. And next thing you know, 4, 5, 6, 7, or 8 years in, hopefully we'll find you here on YouTube making videos like this, or on your social media posting information like this, asking yourself, where did the time go? Anyway, it's Will, Flawless Crested Geckos, and we out.